Hey gang, welcome to the Daily Tune-Up today. This is Dr. Gary. I got a question for you. Do you think incompetency is a habit? The reason I say that is, do you realize Einstein said true insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? I see this every day with a lot of the people I work with. I've experienced it in my own life. I cannot figure out why things just keep not working, and it's because I just keep doing the same thing. You know, it's not rocket science. If you do something a little bit differently, you're probably going to get a little bit different results. It may not be the total results you want, but it will at least change things. In our relationships and business relationships, even some of the CEOs I work with continue to make the same mistakes in their businesses and wonder how come they're having trouble. And my advice to them is to change it just a little bit. And the first thing that has to change is them. Keep in mind, if you're running a company, or if you're running a household, or if you're even running a small business, or even an operation like I've got, it all starts with you. So as I'm talking to you today, yes, you, I want you to think about the things that are not working in your life. And I will bet if you really chunk down and take a look at some of the things that are not working well, it's because you keep approaching them the same way. If you become a little more flexible, in neurolinguistic programming, there's a presupposition we operate by, and that is called the operation of requisite variety, which means flexibility. I translate it to this: hold those who are flexible high in your heart, because if you are inflexible, you will eventually break. That has a lot to do with the habit of incompetency, the habit of failure. You see, there is no failure, there's just feedback. And when something doesn't work for you, guess what? That's feedback. That's the feedback telling your subconscious and your conscious mind to change it up a little bit, change the way you're doing things a little bit. If you're having trouble in your company, if things are in complete calamity, if you're not getting along with certain people, or if you're having trouble with certain employees, or maybe the sales are not what you want them to be, the first place to look is you. It's so important that we look at ourselves first, especially if we're operating a company or the boss of other people, or we're a supervisor. We have to look at ourselves because those people look to us for leadership. If we're not leading our own life properly, if we're drinking too much, or if we're playing too much, or if we're not showing up enough, or if we appear to not care enough, guess what's going to happen? That's going to trickle downhill into our families, our kids, our employees, our profits. Today I want you to take a look at yourself. This isn't to blame yourself. This isn't to make light of the duty of really paying attention. It's just change things a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. In physics, if you take a dot and put it in the middle of a vast circle, and you draw a line to the edge of that circle, and then at the point of the dot, right in the center of it, you just move that line 4 degrees, which isn't very much, but the time you get to the edge of the circle, no matter how far away, it's a large distance. It's a large change. Make a 4-degree shift in your attitude, in your behaviors, in how much you drink, how much you eat, how much anger you have, and watch what happens. Your results will change. Until tomorrow, this is Dr. Gary wishing you a very pleasant day. And remember, Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, either way you're going to be right. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.